the engine. It can destroy the engine. It means you cannot fix that engine anymore. 500 degrees is so much, you understand? So that's the reason why this heat must be removed. The heat must be removed as soon as possible. Okay? So this is the purpose of the engine's cooling system. The cooling system must also allow engine to quickly warm up to desired operating temperature. Now, and keep it there regardless of operating conditions. Put it on the middle of this water, yes, like a pool. So this engine working, first student must measure the water, measure the oil, check the oil. The oil is okay and clean, no water inside. But after this engine is working, maybe about about few days this engine will work, or maybe 24 hours this engine will work, and almost every teacher will turn off the engine and turn on many times. So after, our job is to check the oil, and when we open the oil and we can see have some strange color. Okay, maybe this engine worked maybe about 1 week, and I don't know exactly. So that's why our teacher explained that when you have engine, learn the names of these components and answer one question. You know that we need to warm up quickly, right? The engine, we need to warm up quickly. So can you look at these components and tell me which component help to warm up the engine quickly? Which component here? When you start the engine, water start to move quickly, like this. You see, this is the block, this is the head. So it's moved to the block and then come back through the head, come back to the upper tank, go back to the radiator core, cool down, and come back again to the block. And this continue over and over and over again. So this is how your engine cool down. So some books say that the pump is the and alternator wheel driven by the belt. Okay. So why the pump is driven by the timing belt? Because timing belt is stronger, cannot fail. Usually it's fail very little chance that it can fail. So that's why they use this type of pump. But this is the old-fashioned car. This engine use timing chain, understand? So the chain is inside the engine, inside the block, and working inside the oil. Okay? There's no connection between the chain and the pump. And the pump is driven by the belt that is outside of the engine. So sometimes, accidentally, the belt can fall off, or the belt can fail. So if the belt fail, normally you will have the charging emergency light on. Why? Because alternator pulley stop turning. The alternator stop turning. So you will have a charging light. Is the sign like this. You understand? You need to stop and check. So if you are smart student or uncle, maybe you are uncle at the time, you need to stop and check 1 second. If you open, you will see, the belt is fell off. You put it back, you can, and continue driving. But if in case you don't see, you're chatting on the phone with your girlfriend or looking at the star, I don't know. You don't pay attention, you continue driving. After some minutes, your engine block, and the first your engine head, cylinder head, will overheat and fail. Why? Because the water stay inside, cannot turn, cannot circulate, cannot come here to cool down. So water stay inside, cannot come here, it must come here to cool down, you know? Because the air flow when you drive. When you drive, air flowing and hitting the radiator, cooling down. And now the pump is only system that can move this water like this. So the pump is stopped now, and coolant start to boil inside. So when this coolant start to boil, it will probably pop up the radiator cap, pressure cap, because pressure cap can resist only about 1 and 1.5 bar. Higher pressure, it will pop up, and then most of the water will come out and create a lot of steam. Only that time you will understand that you overheat. This means you already overheat the engine, because coolant cannot boil in 100 degrees like water. Coolant have high boiling point. How to explain it? It's higher, so it will overheat quickly. But if you talk about diesel engine, maybe you can ask a teacher, will explain to you more. Diesel engine is more difficult to overheat. Yeah, diesel engine can work longer time without pump. Maybe. I don't know exactly, but I learned that diesel engine is harder to overheat. Even you don't have pump, it's fair, and even you don't have a lot of enough water inside, it still cannot overheat, because diesel engine temperature is lower. Working temperature, combustion temperature is lower than the gasoline. Okay, so liquid circulating inside the engine. You understand, right? Circulating inside the engine. Then, what we have then? Coolant, and then to the cylinder head. You see, first the coolant move to the engine block. This is the engine block, you understand?